Hello, everyone. Welcome again to AI Amigos Show. My name is Marina, and I'm here with my two good friends, Chanchao and James. Guys, thanks for being here again.
It's nice to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So, there is a very interesting topic that everyone was talking about this week, because I know that most people are using ChatGPT, but OpenAI actually increased so much the price. There is three versions now, like the free version, the $20 version, that I assume that this is what most people who pay have. And then there is another version of $200. So it jumped from 20 to 200. What happened in the middle? So I think that we missed something in there.
Yeah, somebody just typed the price too fast. Double
It is definitely a big jump. I mean, normally you would see that if you were to like upgrade from any kind of software as a service, there would be some different price points, and it's just kind of surprising that you go from 10x there, 10 times the price.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, what you would expect is, okay, if it has new features or something and you can pay for that, okay, so you would pay, I don't know, $50, $60, something like that. But like the increase of this price was massive. So I was wondering, do you know anyone who actually upgrade to 200? You have to be rich.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, it's one of those, one of the 12 days to Christmas, right? And then I think is released yesterday, just telling about like it's $200. But I think there's something more underneath it, kind of like you buy iPhone, from 15 to 16, like like it's easier to telling yourself, oh, I spent €500 more, but I got better camera, I got better this, I got better that,
more memory.
Yeah, so you don't see nobody was saying like, oh yeah, I got better camera, better that, but I paid €500. Maybe kind of a strategy kind of wise. They release price first and give you more and more stuff every day, make you feel better. The other
And
thing
I come with a natural question here. Can ChatGPT get actually better than it is?
We haven't seen the Sora yet. That could be inside there.
True.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at their price plan here, and basically it's saying that you get the plus. As we know, you get extended limits of messaging, but standard advanced voice mode, limited access to O1 and O1 Mini. So now it says limited access, an opportunity to test new features and create custom GPTs. Where the 200 comes in is you get everything in plus, but you get unlimited access to O1, O1 Mini, and GPT-4o. Unlimited access to advanced voice and access to O1 Pro mode, which uses more compute for the best answers to the hardest questions.
Yes, who are the target? So this is the first question that they have, like who are people from OpenAI targeting now with this? If you get like, unlimited tokens, so is this because of the popularity of LLMs? Is it because they are not working really with LLMs and they are working with agents now? Because this is another thing that we were talking about. I would say that the breaking point where people realized how big AI was when they could actually interact with the machine. And it happened with ChatGPT. We like it or not, this is what happened, because a lot of people complain and etc. But this is what happened. And that opened the door as well to many people to say, oh, I'm an AI expert because I know how to use ChatGPT. But like maybe there were people who no AI background at all. And the question here is, are we going back to the sources? Are we going back to the basis of AI, thinking about the agents again and how it works with reinforcement learning?
Yeah, I think that agents have to think about basically it's a different way of programming, right? Remember the time we had the summertime, we had the presentation. People keep asking me, how did you do the hallucination, right? How did you code it? I said, no, you don't code it. Give it back to the AI. The AI decide if it's a hallucinate or not.
Yeah.
So the agent is a different way to definitely code for sure. I think people needed to explore more, to think differently as a developer. That's the thing.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And I really remember that session, that everyone was asking like, how do you
Yeah.
do? And people, maybe they believe that they need to have, a lot of hard coding skills that you don't really need at the moment. Even if you want to write a code and create something from scratch, for example, you
Hmm.
can even ask help to large language models or generative AI to help you on this, right?
Yeah.
Um, but again, so the $20 version is not enough for that. I would say it is.
It's too cheap for some people.
Well,
Let's charge them more.
well, I'm
Well,
looking at Claude. Claude for their pro version, because the pro version is what OpenAI is charging 200. Claude
yeah.
is charging 1,800 plus VAT. Or sorry, 18 euros plus VAT.
Yeah.
So that's that's like the what do they call it now? The plus in OpenAI is 20 euros, or no, sorry, yeah, $20, and it's 18 plus VAT. So let's call it 20 euros for
Hmm.
Claude for their 3.5 Pro version.
Yeah, but here comes the point. So then, how come there was nothing in the middle between like 20 and
Hmm.
200? I mean, like 200 is, as you said, James, like 10 times the price. So there should be like something amazing with this. It is like, okay, if I go like to a hotel and they charge me like for a room, I don't know, let's say $200 a night, and then all of a sudden they charge me 2,000. I would say, okay, are the Rolling Stone playing a music for me in the room? What's going on?
Unless we're going to start losing some of the benefits or features that we have within the version that we were paying at the $20. Because I was paying the $20, or I am paying the $20 a month.
Yeah.
So the thing is that so maybe they're going to start removing some of those features that were already in there in regards to like I said, there are limited access to certain GPTs where they used to be unlimited. Now they're going to be limited. And so I've seen it like in the free version, because I do have that one as well. And it comes and it says like you've reached your limit, and for the next 4 hours or 5 hours you will have limited access.
But not just even the number of time you can do. The capability are different. I think I told you, James, the story before. Like I used the free version to extract the things from the screenshot, right?
Yeah.
It couldn't get it. Like it's the same model. I use my pay version, extract the information, because the screenshot is a screenshot of the TikTok. So you get different things around it. And I have a little play kind of gray hollow icon in the middle. But the pay version, €20, extracting no problem. So I know even they tell you it's the same, it's probably not the same at the back.
So do you think that's going to happen now?
I think so. There's a 200.
And if you want that screenshot, you're now going to have to pay 200 instead of 20.
Something that I can think of, guys, is there are many companies, many maybe new organizations, or even medium enterprises, that they are training their own models, or they are trying to create their own language model, and they are training their model using OpenAI. So it's like the API that they connected to is OpenAI, and probably they just pay $20. So maybe there would be a limit for that because of the number of tokens, or like to have a better data to train your models. Maybe that could be another reason.
Yeah, it's OpenAI. The 4.0 I know is quite cheap for things like that if you use APIs. So don't know, maybe because Claude and all that or other one is quite expensive for APIs.
The tokens, I mean, we look at the tokens. Yeah.
I think we should actually, hire the new version to see what's the difference in that. What is different from before.
Yes, us. We need.
Is anyone willing to spend like $200, guys?
I can tell you no. I mean, I'm looking at Gemini. Gemini's Google's, and Gemini's is 22 euros a month.
Yeah, but that was like kind of storage and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it comes. Yeah, you get 2 terabytes of storage,
Oh, that's
Gmail
great.
docs, and
Yeah.
more.
Because
Um,
Gemini, I think it actually helped, but I don't think anybody talking about like capability wise, but like it integrated with a lot of your daily life, dude, Gmail, your Google Docs, and everything.
yeah, that's
But
true.
it's kind of not really up there, the capability of itself. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I was doing some coding at one stage.
Mhm.
I'm still am, but I mean, what I was doing is I was doing coding using creating a Flask app,
Yeah.
and in the Flask app, I was using the Python, and then you have like the HTML, and the Open ChatGPT worked better with Python, and it didn't really work really well with HTML. Where Gemini worked really, really well with the HTML. So I was using 2 different platforms, one for HTML and one for Python, and it worked out in the end. But it's you're saying the capabilities. It's finding out which one has the better capability in the context of what you're doing.
Well, but that is common. I mean, it depends on what you're working on, which one you will decide. Llama, I assume, is they have a lot of images from Facebook and from Instagram. So if you are creating, I don't know, images, invitations, something like that, it would work better than the others, you know? So then it's, you know, I think that we sometimes forget that the machine is trained by the data that we are feeding this with, right? So then this
Hmm.
is actually what is going on, and then according to that is what we will have.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm not really sure, like, how OpenAI is actually feeding the model, but they got the data from all of us for free, like for
yeah.
years. So of course, like they have a lot and tons of information in there.
Maybe they just want you to spend all your AI money into one company, not spread it out to every company, right?
Yeah,
I was using the other service called Abacus.ai. So it's kind of like he has access to all the different agents you can choose, and then he has all different models. You can select or let him choose which one is for your task. For is $10, but it has a bit limits at the back, but it's totally okay for people to use because I was just pay for that to get the new model for coding from China called Guan 2.5 or something. It's 32 billion parameters. It's coding like crazy. Score. The score is crazy just for code. So yeah.
Well, so I think that, guys, we need to wait for someone who actually spent the $200 to tell us, okay, so this is different and this is not,
Yeah.
yeah. Why don't
or
you have
wait
someone
until they
who?
remove our features, from the current version.
Yeah, I'd say any of our listeners that have subscribed, please give us your comments on the 200. Is it worth it or not?
Exactly. So
Yeah,
we would
let us
like to
know.
know if someone in our audience try it. Let us know. Guys, thank you so much for your time. It was great having you. And I'm looking forward to our next episode. Let's keep in touch.
See ya.